Hello. 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 Hi guys. Let's craft. Let's make us a little spaceman. So last night I drew this little alien and then I used these oval dies and some blue paper and stuff. And I used this to make this little spaceship. So I figured I would show you guys how to do this. If you have dies to make one, that's great. If you've got Cricut Design Space, you can create something like this in Cricut Design Space. But I wanted to show people how to do it. We'll also make a galaxy background. So we're going to start. Good morning, Melissa. Hello. So let's get started. So I've got these two oval dies, and let me measure them for you so we can see how they are. Just under 2 inches wide by 4. So they're just, this one's just under 2 inches this way and 4 inches this way. And then this one is 3 3/4 by 2.5. So it's like 2.5 this way and 3 3/4 this way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some cardstock here. So let me get a white sheet for starters. No. Yes. Dum dum dum. I'm going to use the white. And I'm going to cut me out an oval. And cut out 2 ovals actually because we can ink blend. Try to remember how I did this. So I'm going to cut an oval out of vellum. And I'm going to cut an oval out of this white stuff here. How is everybody's Thursday doing? If you're watching the replay, leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Good morning, Ann. Good morning or good afternoon. I'm used to telling Melissa good morning, even though it's afternoon here. So we're just going to cut these ovals with our die cut machine. I don't want to put this entire piece of paper through, so let me. Just cut this down like that. I'm going to run that through my die cut machine. And this is for you. Hello. I remember if I was using Florida too. I could be wrong though. All right. So now I have 2 ovals to start with. But these ovals don't look like no spaceship. So, oh no, what are we going to do? How are we going to make these things look like a spaceship? Well, we're going to take our smaller oval here. And we're going to say, okay, I want this to be the dome. So I need it to come across right around here. So I'm just going to set this up like this. I set that up just like that. Actually, I'm going to set it up just like, I'm going to go the opposite direction on my thingamajigger. Trying to think. Okay, I want the dome to be about right here. I don't want it so far down there, so I want to put this about like that, right? Then I'm going to die cut both of these together. Anne, are you in Florida too? Was that correct when I said that? Did you see how I did that? I put the one oval that I cut that way across, and then I got the die that I'm going across here. And I'm die cutting it. Yes, you are. Okay. There, Melissa. She is in Florida. Are you in North Florida, South Florida? I'm in North Central Florida. I'm right outside of Gainesville. So I'm just going to get my mint tape off here. Okay. I'm going to put that die, that was the bigger one. So I'm going to set that aside. This is going to be my dome. Set that as, that could be a dome too. If you wanted like a background, a backdrop for the dome, just do that. And then, but we want our dome to fit like this. See, like that. But this is like not even touching. We want it to look like it's going around. So we're going to get us this white piece here that we cut it out of. And we're going to say, all right, we need it to look like it's going around it. So we're going to take this little one. And we're going to set it. No, we're going to take the one we cut the big one out of. And we're going to set it so it goes just like so. But we're going to take that out of there. And we're also going to take this out of here. And we're going to tape that down. Treasure Coast. That's Tampa area, right? In the Treasure Coast, Tampa area. I know I'm not asking for specifically, but that's southwest quadrant of Florida, correct? I don't even remember. All right, I'm going to take this off. I will go back, go like that. Now we got a shape that looks like that. So we got this shape here. That's going to round it out, right? My fingers will work with me. All right, we're going to glue those together. I cut this one a little bit more wonky. I want to take this and I want to round these edges off because I want them to look more like they're going in more than. So I'm just gonna, I don't want those points there. I want it rounded. This is what I did yesterday, I think. I don't remember from 1 minute to the next, guys, but it should come out the same idea. So let's run that through the die cut machine. And I was chit-chatting, and oh my gosh, my little girl just scared me, coughing or sneezing or whatever she was doing. Kind of freaked me out. It's like, oh no, there's a noise. My reasoning in doing this way, instead of just going into Cricut Design Space and just cutting a space about, is because not everybody has a Cricut. Not everybody can go out and buy um, the newest dyes and stuff out, but they want to make the same stuff. So now we just take this and it'll be more rounded looking, see? And we can trim that other thing off. We can trim the other thing off. And we'll take our dome and see what it looks like. Let's use the white dome. Okay, something's not the same as what I did yesterday. I have to remember what I did yesterday. So okay, I think I brought this to the front like this. My dome is up higher. My dome was up higher. I'm not doing something the same as I did. Do it that way. That's why I used the piece that looked like that. That's why. That's what I did. Trying to remember exactly what I did is a little on the tricky side here. All right. We're going to glue these down because we're going to make this work. Going to put some glue here. I'm going to put some glue here. Just like I did with that, I made it work. Well, I'm going to make this work because I'm going to show you how. So we're going to line that up like that. And then we're going to line that. We can always trim it, guys. I want them to be rounded going around that. And I don't want no air holes there. But I did it wrong. This is supposed to come on this side. So this piece goes over the top of this because we're going to add a piece that's going to hide that's sticking over. No, I did it. We're going to hide that piece because we're going to add. Oh my gosh, my brain has gone completely. Here I am trying to show you how to make something, and it's my brain. It's not even working now. This is what I'm going to do. It has to look like it's going around the thing. You know, this is why I talk about my memory. It's like I just made this last night. I just did this last night. Of course, I didn't write nothing down. I didn't write no instructions down. Now I'm going to get my little handy dandy scissors. I'm just going to cut right along the line right here. I'm going to cut along right here. Same thing here. And right here. Okay. So if you just make a football shape thing, it'll work. Make a football shape looking oval. That's what I did. That's why. See how it, no, I didn't. It's got that right there. Anyway, it's crooked. Let's make it not crooked. Well, and Melissa, I got something I want to talk to you about later today too. So remind me. All right. We're going to take this piece right here. To give us our blue. This is not how I made it last night. Okay, brain, work with me. So I'm just going to bring this right here, cover up that white piece. Because I want my dome. I wanted it to be vellum. I didn't want it to be white. I should start over. That's what I should do. I should just start over. Because nothing is where I'm not, my brain isn't. I did it last night. I should be able to do it today. Starting over, guys. I am. I'm starting over because I did it last night and I'm like, I did 2 ovals of the same color paper. I had a vision in my head and I did it first run through and I was like, oh, well, then I can do it tomorrow if I did first run through. Like I should have written down. Here's a tip I can give you guys. Write, if you design something, write it down so you can remember when you go to show people. Lesson learned from Linda. What we learned from Linda today, that her stuff doesn't want to cut out right. Not every single project is completely successful every time. All right, there we go. What I did not do is I did not cut two of these at the same time. That I did not do. But I did go, I want this to go around. And then I need a dome. So I'm pretty sure I used the smaller. Like that. I did it like that. I know what I did. I remember now what I did. I know how I'm getting this. How do you all store dies? I find myself spending more time searching instead of creating. Um, I am the most unorganized person ever, but I try to, when I have them, I try to put them all on magnet sheets if I can, and then I put them all in one bin. And I do a lot of times searching for things. I'm not an organized person, not at all. This is what I did, guys. This is where I made my mistake just now. You see how I cut that out like that? See how that came out of there like that? I spun this around and went like that. That's what I did. And then I took my die here and I laid it like that. This is what I did, guys. Then slid that out and took that and cut it. Melissa, she's asking how you store your domes. You can find that. We learned Linda is human. Yes, I am. I'm not a robot. I don't know what that noise was with my machine. Um, why can't you use the circle punch for dome? Oh, I probably could, but I still had to cut that piece out, which we can try that on an other oval because I don't think I need that other oval just yet. Wrong. So now we're going to set this right here like that. See how we got the shape of our alien? See? See how it comes like that and it makes that point like the alien ship does? It's really simple. So when I cut the oval, this piece got cut out of there and I just flipped it around and there's my dome. But if you want an oval dome, I mean a see-through dome, you can always do a see-through dome because you're going. You want to know if the 2-inch circle will work for the dome? Is that what you're wondering? Is that what you're asking me? It doesn't look right for a dome. It's not, doesn't have that oval edge. So like that, right? Now, I'm going to ink blend this up because that's where I got this piece, right? This blue piece from. I got it from this one. So I'm going to ink it up a different color. I'm going to make it purple because I think this is like a purple base. So I'm going to go in with purple. Going with Villainous Potion. All right, where's my dark purple brush? This is, oh, there it is. There's the dark purple brush. Did any of you catch Debbie J live this morning? Did you notice I forgot to tap it? You keep your spellbinders, the ones that go with stamps, with the stamp, of course, but you have all your shape dies together on magnets and pockets, then the others, you still don't have a great system. Yeah, I don't have a system at all. I am not one to teach anybody how to teach anybody how to organize because I'm not her. I have a majority of my stuff, like my stamps, I have them in bins on one of those 3-tier carts. And then, of course, I got it behind me. But before I messed everything up, I had like all my Pink and Man together, all my Lawn Fawn together. Spellbinder everything goes by company. I'm not there quite yet that I can't quite remember what what I have and what I don't have. So it's like I can still kind of remember what I have. Therefore, that works for me. But if I did, I'm really beginning to think that I need to start organizing it by holidays, Father's Day, you know. But with me doing things like changing different shapes and using different things, you know, like something may be a flower and a heart, and I may change it and make it into a flower, or I may, you know what I mean? So doesn't really, depends what my brain is seeing, what my mind is thinking. And I think we all do. I think even the organized people do a lot of searching, especially if they have a lot of stuff. They still got to look through what they've organized to get to what they want. I mean, they may have a little bit better, but all right. So now I'm going to take this and I want a piece that goes right across there like that, right? So I'm going to line this right here, just like that, right? Let me just show you what I did this way. So I did it like this. I went right here like that, right around through the middle because I want it to come up a little. Tape it down, tape it down, tape it down. And then it moves on me because my tape's not holding because of the ink. Right, right, right. It's like I know Dee, she has a book that every time she gets a stamp set, she stamps it in there. And so instead of searching through, I don't know how she stores the actual stamps and things, but like to know if she go through the book and say, oh yeah, I have that stamp set. Or before she designs something, she goes through and looks at the stamps and things. You know, so she has like an album that does that. I don't know. Some people use that Color My Life or whatever that um app is. I tried it. I got a couple things stored on it, and then I was like, yep, never went back to it again. You have a lot of nesting dies that end up all over the place. Now, my shaped dies, I don't generally do those by company because I'm always using them. That's, you know, it's like, and I have a bin. It's bigger. My hands are going out way bigger than the screen. But yeah, that's what I store my dies in. And then for my stencils, I have an old like trapper keeper type thing. So then I'm just going to set that on like that because I want to make it. I just want to make it a thin line. And then I'm going to die cut that. My stuff ends up all over the place too. I'll organize it, get it all straightened up, organized for my brain. And then I'll go to sit down at the table, and next thing you know, I've got 50 million things out. Like I try to keep everything by company, but I've had some Pink and Maine mixed in with May May and Spellbinders, and it's like, time to separate them again, Linda. All right, so I got these two shapes, and this one here looks like the best one because that's the one I went for. So that's the one we'll use. So this piece will go like this. This piece will go like this. See? See, I remembered now how I did it. It took me a minute, but I remembered. And then it you don't see this line here. So let's glue that together. If you want your spaceship thing to be see-through, like I said, you could do vellum, you could do acetate. All right, glue, come on, you got to cooperate with me today. So I'm just going to put some glue right here. I'm going to line it up so that it looks right to me. I don't want nothing peeking through that side. That's one of the things I like about this black glass mat is I can see nothing is peeking through. Turn it over, wipe that off so I don't have nothing on the back sticking to it. I don't have a whole lot of nesting. Mine are all over the place. Mine are just all over the place, guys. I've got my hexagons somewhere. I don't even remember where I put those. I think they're over here next to me here. Then I've got the circles. I do have my stitch circles and my regular circles together, and I keep them up there, up and over there, so I can just reach and grab them. I don't want that to come like closer. And then take my little scissors and just trim that off. Then I had already had my alien drawn. I'm going to draw an alien. It's going to be funny looking. See this funny looking alien? We're going to draw a funny alien. I'm not that great at drawing, but it's okay. And I'm going to go alien head like that. And we'll give him an alien eye like that. Eye like that. Give him a little circle for some white. And then I got to fussy cut this out because I'm doing this again to myself. I don't know why I think I can do all this. All right. Give him a little funky mouth. Neck. Hand up. And give him 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers. Funky elbow. And then just like that. My one I did yesterday cuter, but this one will look cuter once we color it in too. So we're gonna get us a black marker here. Wrong. And we're gonna color our eyes in. And if I don't feel like I left enough white, I'll just go over it with a gel pen. I drew it better last night. Where's the green marker? All right, so I'm gonna take the Olo and I'm gonna do right here like this. And I'm gonna get the yellow green marker. Bring it out. Some yellow green in there. And I'm gonna use the lighter of these. I'm not doing this for perfection or anything, guys. I'm just drawing him and coloring him so you guys get the gist. If you have an alien stamp, use your alien stamp. If you have a cricket, use your cricket. Oh, look, I'm bleeding all out of the line today. I didn't do that yesterday. I don't know what I did differently. That's all right, though. We're going to cut it out. What did I just do with the scissors I had? We're going to cut our alien out. We're actually going to cut more of that body off of him than I drew. I'm not going to leave that big. Greetings, Earthling. That's what I should have had the thing do. Say greetings, Earthling. If anybody else joins in, I can use my little penguin again. I'm like waiting for my penguin to say hello, hello, hello. And we're gonna make a background too, guys. So this should have been a lot faster, but brain wasn't working for me on the first go around, first attempt. Get out of there. Oh, my hands. Cut those ugly black lines right off of him. We're gonna wash that gray right out of our skin. Just gonna get that off of there. you notice, I moved the paper, not the scissors. If I All right, let's see what we got going on with our alien. I want him to only have the one arm, so I want the other arm to look like the other arm's down. Oop, I keep doing that. I keep hitting that camera. So I'm going to cut his body off right there. Glue, 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 glue. And then put our little alien in. But our alien ship needs lights, guys. His ship needs lights. And I don't want this body the same color as this. So before I did that, I should have. So I'm going to get me a marker and I'm going to color this because I want a different color than the dome. Yes. Yes, I keep forgetting. You're right. I keep forgetting. Okay, I've got that purple. So I want to do this like a much lighter purple. So I'm going to get my Tri-Blend Dusty Purple and I'm going to take the light color and see what it does to the paper. Yeah, see, it changes it a little. That's all I want. I just want it a little different. So, like I said, I wish these had, all right, now his saucer needs lights and it needs an antenna. Denise! Where'd my other alien go, guys? Oh, he's flying away over here. I like that alien I drew better last night. You up from your nap? All right. So we need these little doomflotchies, the lights. And I have some already, but I don't think I have enough. I'm going to show you how I got my lights. So they're just little tiny circles, right? $1.25 tool here. I want to see what it will look like if I use papers with stars on it. See, I used the plain ones last night, but I'm going to use the stars. And I think I did like 11 or something. So I'm just going to come in here. I made sure this was empty, right? I'm going to blind myself. And now I'm just going to come in here and do 11 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm do 11, 12, 13, 14, just to be on the safe side in case some of them didn't turn out right. Let's get them all out. I think the stars on it will be cute. Come on, come out of there. There we go. We'll get our quick 'em, pick 'em. Yay, beach tomorrow. I want to go to the beach. I haven't been to the beach in a couple of years. At least a year. I don't remember. It's been long. It might have been about a year. I think my brother took me last summer. I think my brother did. I think he took me out for pizza and the beach. See, that one didn't cut right, but that would look cute in the back in a background thing. Yeah, I like the stars on this one. They're so cute with the stars. All right, so I got them all turned over the correct way. So all I got to do is pick them up with the pick 'em up stick. Get all the little ones I'm not using out of the way. And then we're going to put some glue on it. That's the last time. I live in Florida. I should be going to the beach a lot more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11! Today's message was brought to you by the number 11. And 2, and 3, and 4. Can we count? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. If you got grandbabies or something watching, they can learn to count with me with you. Not intended for children, though. All right. So don't touch it till it dries. Just don't want that oozing glue everywhere. So we have that. And now we need the antenna, which that one will be, we'll use a solid color instead of a starlight. We'll use a solid. And I'm just going to get me a little, I used another die that cut out a little thing here, but I'm just going to cut me a piece out. Go. Just like that. Did you see what I did? Now I'm going to lay this down right here like this. You should check out my photography page. I don't do it anymore, but my page is on Facebook. It's Linda Tillman Photography. I have pictures of gators and deer and that I took out in the wild. The gator one with me sitting in front, I'm blurry. My friend took for me. I was so close to that gator, and she's worrying about it focusing, and I'm like, "Don't worry about if it's focused. Just take the picture." Because I would say, if he'd have swung, come back like that, he'd have got me. I was like, "Just take the photo." Ah, that was my friend Sylvia, the one who moved to Oklahoma on me. I used to have friends I used to do adventures with. There's nobody left around here. Natalie can't go nowhere. I don't go nowhere. Um, because she's caregiving for her uncle. My anxiety keeps me from leaving the house, but Beverly's passed away. Sylvia's in Ocala. Melissa's in Alaska. I've never been on adventure with Melissa. I've never personally in person met Melissa yet, but that anyway. Look, guys, we did it. It took me a minute to remember what I did, and I think my yesterday one looks a little bit better because I like the alien better, I think. You know, they'll never come out exactly identical the same unless you have a template that you're using or something. So, like this dome is shorter than this dome. You know, this is a little crooked, but it doesn't matter. They're okay. Let's make a galaxy background. Let me show you how to do one of them so we can throw little space guys. If you got little grandsons and you want to have fun with them, there you go. There's a project to do with them. They can put magnets behind them. You know, and put them on the refrigerator and they can see their little aliens floating about. But let's make, I'm going to get a piece of paper. Got to get the paper. That's the one thing I didn't do, was get my paper for my background. Slide it all out of the way. Start with a clean slate. Thank you. I'm going to take, and I'm going to go 5.5. Actually, I'm going to make this 6 by 6. I'm going to make a 6 by 6 background, because you can make a square card, or you can use it for like pattern paper or whatever. I don't know if I'm going to glue any, I don't know if I'm going to glue the aliens on it or not. I don't know. So. Yeah, you can do them for your granddaughter too. I mean, grandson, granddaughter. I just, I don't know what kids like these days. It's been too long. All right. All right, all right, all right, already. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a piece of tape on my table, just like that. I rolled it over each other. See how it's got the two joining lines? And I'm just going to slap my paper right there. All right. And I'm going to make what's going to look like a huge mess, guys. So I've got these 3 colors that I really like. Salvage Patina, Mermaid Lagoon, and Villainous Potion. And if I wasn't lazy, I would go get my pouncer thing. So I'm just going to take my ink, just going to put some ink on here. And what did I do with the brush for my dark purple? The galaxy, guys, is not perfect. And I know it looks like I'm making a mess, but I'm telling you, I'm going to make this awesome background. There we go. I found one of my little dauber things. So I'm wipe cleaning it off right there like that. And then I'm going to pick up this color. I'm just going to bring it in. don't have one of them designated for the purple. Go back in with some more villainous potion. My tape is not holding. I need to get me a pouncer designated for the purple. All right. Okie dokie 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 dokie. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to cover it. I'm going to use some black soot. I need my blender. I just used it yesterday. Should I put it away for black soot? Sorry about that. Then I'm going to go over it with some Lost Shadow also. I can find my brush for that one. I'm creating like motion here. Little. All right. Looks like a huge mess, doesn't it? Now, if you have like white acrylic paint, guys, this is splatter time. Splatter, splatter, splatter time. This is when you get to have all the fun. So I have to find something to splatter with. This is where I run into a problem because, oh wait, no. I think I have my white acrylic paint behind me. First thing we're going to do though, because we used oxide inks, first we're going to do water. This is the fun part, guys. This is the fun part. You get to mess up what you just took time putting on. I'm just going to throw some water. See how I did that? Where's my paper towel? I don't know, so I'm just going to use my rag. Get a paper towel, guys. All right, I'm going to put some water in my hand. And then I'm just going to little mist. Need a paper towel. Let me grab a paper towel because that rag is not helping me. Okay, I should be able to drip it with this, but for some reason it's not dripping for me, so there we go. The longer you leave it, the wider it'll come out. Okay. And when we're done with the water, then we're gonna go with the white acrylic paint. And I'm looking for hey, this is a messy project today, but it's fun, fun, fun. Fun, fun, fun. That was too much paint, guys. Way too much paint. You're gonna water it down. And you're gonna mix it up with your water. You want it watered. Get out of there. Come on, get up there. Making a huge mess, y'all. I love it. I like messes. And we're gonna get another paintbrush. And we're gonna go and we're just gonna go to town with we need a lot of stars in our sky, you know? Telling you, I use way too much paint. I'm like, do I have anything I can paint with that? There we go. And then that has to dry, guys. That needs to dry. If you've got, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to. I can't believe I wasted that much paint. I can't believe I put down that much paint, y'all. That's how you make a background. That's the idea on how to make a galaxy background. You take a heat tool to it. Noise. You don't want to if you use a heat tool and you're using acrylic paint, you don't want to heat it too much because your acrylic paint will bubble. So if the acrylic gets too hot, it bubbles up. Like bubbles and wants to peel. And oh, you had to make your latte? Cool. You missed me splattering. Unless you took me with you. I splattered everything on my table, made a nice huge mess. But there we go. So now we can put our alien, which he kind of blends in. He doesn't stick out real good, but we're gonna put our aliens in outer space. See that? Guys, I have been on for only an hour and 12 minutes. That's not too bad, huh? We made an alien from ovals, and then we made a space background. And I don't know if I'm going to actually make a card out of this or not. Yeah, I like the blue one too, better than I liked it. And I didn't have eyes on me, you know? Okay, I'm going to wait to see what you're saying about scratch. What is scratch? Scratch what? What did I scratch? Scratch? Question mark behind it. What? Yes, made from scratch. That's the word. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, everything here is all done from scratch, guys. So if I can do it, you can too. You can do it. The kids can do it. Just sit down and take the time to show them. No dies as far as like an alien die, but I did use dies because I used my oval dies, just shapes from shapes. If you can cut it, draw an oval and cut the oval, then you can remember to, yeah, words fail me now. Pretty cool, right? I think so. I think it turned out good. Now, you know what? None of our stars are sparkling. Let's add some silver and see what happens. No, don't, Linda. No, add gold. See if you can add the gold. Where'd that gold? You probably won't see it, but it's a little gold sparkle in here. Probably won't really show up. But if you wanted to add some sparkle to it, you could do that. Or you could throw some glitter in it or something, you know, you guys could do whatever you wanted. Excuse me, with your art project. So thanks for hanging out with me while I showed you how to make my art project. If you guys make them too, go to Linda Toman Craft Along on Facebook. It's a group. Join the group. We got a couple people now. And post your stuff and show us what you're doing. All right, guys. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I got to go wash my paintbrush before it gets ruined. Thank you, sweet bee. Yeah, just, you know, if I decide I want to make a card out of it, then I can cut it down, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it just yet. So, all right, you guys have a great day. Last song of the day, which I don't think I did any singing today. So long, farewell. I always press that screen and it does that. Let's try it again. So long, farewell.